I'm Julie Smith. I work with the Senate of the University, and the book that I nominated for Trent Reads 2010 is Jamie Zeppa's Beyond the Sky and the Earth, A Journey into Bhutan. This book is a memoir. It's a true story in the travel writing genre, and it's an acclaimed book. It won the CBC Literary Prize in the memoir category the year that it was published. The book opens with Zeppa, who now teaches English at Seneca College. She's 23 years old. She's deciding whether to pursue her PhD or to accept a 2-year teaching contract, volunteer, through WUSC in the country of Bhutan. As you may have surmised from the title of the book, she decided not to put her graduate applications aside and to pursue the opportunity to live and work in Bhutan. And as many would know, Bhutan is a small country in Asia. It's in the Himalayan mountains between Bangladesh and Tibet. It's a Buddhist country. It's largely, particularly at the time of the book, it was more isolated than it is now, but even to this day, the country restricts the number of foreigners that are allowed into the country. It's been described as a Shangri-La, but it's not that simple. It's also a country that has much poverty. But many people would know about Bhutan that it declared many years ago that its aim was to maximize gross domestic happiness as opposed to gross domestic product. And I think uniquely in the world, it has put an emphasis on spiritual well-being and environmental preservation ahead of many other economic indicators. I'd note that Trent has a special connection with Bhutan. A number of years ago, one of our alumna started to forge ties with the country, and we've been lucky at Trent ever since to have Bhutanese students studying with us every year. The book itself chronicles the author's experiences as she travels to and adjusts to her new life in Bhutan. As you can imagine, that isn't easy at first. Culture shock hits her hard. It's overwhelming, and actually she experiences culture shock as well 2 years later when she returns to Canada. But back in Bhutan, in her living quarters, there are rats and fleas. She's afraid to eat the food. Communication difficulties are overwhelming, and there's no equivalent to our notion in the West of personal privacy. Yet, Zeppa adjusts. She moves through a process of learning and self-discovery. The book is vividly written. The characters and the landscape are beautiful and they're complex. The place is a paradise, but it is also a place where political tensions can suddenly erupt into violence. I won't reveal more of the plot. I'll leave it to you to experience for yourself. But this is a book for the curious, for the adventurous, for those that love traveling and dreaming of traveling. It's for those who think about issues of development in the world. And it's a most incredible book, and I hope you'll enjoy it. And I'll keep my fingers crossed that it's selected as the Trent Reads book for 2010.